Welcome to the Nourish and Restore podcast with me, Nina, and my awesome friend, Nicole, where we bring all things nourishing and restorative to you, your body, mind, and soul. A chance for you to enjoy simple tools to help you live a happier, healthier, and more peaceful life. Join us now as we move into conversation.
Welcome to Nourish and Restore podcast series, Nourish Self. Hi, I'm Nicole Panzer and I'm here with Nina Saacks. Together we present to you our Nourish and Restore podcast channel. In these podcasts, we aim to assist you in diving deeper into learning about tools that assist you in nourishing self, how to take back your power and be in charge of your own lives by being healthy, happy, and well-balanced individuals.
Hi, I'm Nina Saacks, a yoga teacher and a yoga teacher trainer. I run a small studio in Cape Town with a couple of yoga teachers, and I'm one of the directors of the Academy of Yoga and Ayurveda, where we train yoga enthusiasts to become integral hatha yoga teachers. I also love to host yoga retreats and have done so mainly in South Africa, Tanzania, and Mozambique, where I am now currently living with my partner. We live on a farm, which is quite remote, and I absolutely love being this farm girl, being out in nature and just doing something a little different. It has really given me better appreciation of the deeper aspects of yoga, as well as how important the principles and basic practices of Ayurveda can be to help keep you healthy, happy, and sane. So that is me in a nutshell. What about you, Nicole?
Thank you, Nina, for that info on where you're at now, as I find it so important for our listeners to also know where we're coming from. From my side, I'm still running my health and wellness business, which I started in Cape Town in October 2011. I'm currently working from home as I'm building up my practice and business here in Austria, where we've been living since the end of 2019. Currently in a little village called Broek an der Moor, and soon to be moving to Klagenfurt, which we are very excited about. Specializing on a one-on-one basis with women and teens by assisting my clients through blockages, imbalances, and difficult times through the art of kinesiology, energy healing, and of course, yoga too. And on a broader spectrum, I also offer my services to businesses and larger groups, assisting clients here with stress and burnout prevention with weekly yoga and mindfulness programs. Soon to be offering workshops and retreats for women and teen empowerment and introduction to energy workshops and courses too. So Nina, why did you decide, how and why did you decide to become a yoga teacher?
It's always such a good question, Nicole. You know, Nicole, I was actually planning on having a career in marketing. I was planning on becoming this big-ass marketing exec in the business world. But I had already started practicing yoga with my parents when I'd started in about 2001. And in my third year of varsity, our yoga teacher said to my mom and me, why don't you guys do a yoga teacher training course? And, you know, both of us were, well, no, we're not interested in teaching yoga. We just, enjoy it. So she said, well, do it so that you can learn more. You can go a little deeper than, how we go in a regular yoga class. So we said, okay, we'll think about it. We thought about it. We ummed and ahed. We decided to go for an interview at the ashram. We chatted about the course, the commitments, our concerns, their concerns, the whole spiel. And eventually we were accepted into the course. And that is pretty much history. And we completed the course. During that time, neither my mom or me, thought we were actually ever going to teach. But one day my yoga teacher asked me to step in for her when she wasn't feeling well, and then asked if I would open a Sunday morning class for people who wanted to come on the weekend. And from there, it literally just spiraled into me moving from heading towards the business world into the yoga world. And pretty much we started our own studio in about 2004, and it's been running ever since. And from having a studio, then running a yoga magazine, doing yoga retreats, traveling, and now putting together this podcast with you, my friend. So that's pretty much kind of when and why I became a yoga teacher. Definitely wasn't something I was planning on doing, but somehow kind of stumbled into it and have literally absolutely loved it. There obviously have been challenges along the way, like with anything, but such a beautiful practice to grow in and evolve with and through. So that is my story. What about you, Nicole? What is your story?
Yeah, I love the way you had other plans and how yoga kind of got the better of you, and then also obviously gave back in so many ways.
Exactly.
Yeah, I definitely had other plans too. I was actually busy in the fashion industry, working for a modeling agency in Cape Town, when I was first introduced to yoga by my current boss at the time. And I must be honest with you, it was such great help. It was such an assistance for us being in this high demand and stressful job, especially when it was season in Cape Town, that having that out time to go to your mat and to just be silly or whatever the class had entailed at the time was really amazing. So that's really kind of where my yoga journey began. And the first time I actually felt that, being out of sorts and out of balance and coming back into balance. When I decided to actually do the yoga teacher training was probably in my lowest moment. I was lying in bed. I had then quit the modeling industry to go work with family business, as I had my child in 2005. And then 5 years later, I actually had a burnout. And whilst lying in bed in one of these moments of actually not knowing whether I'm coming and I'm going, I decided that I needed to move further within. I needed to learn more about myself, learn more about my body, how it works, and how I can better my life situation. And that's when I basically signed up for my first teacher training, which was in 2010. And signed up with Karma Shala, with Jim Harrington and Tamsin Shee. And it was quite a journey. It definitely wasn't the right form of yoga for me at the time, because Ashtanga yoga is very physically demanding on the body. And having just kind of, or was still in my burnout stage, I think it crushed me a little bit more until I then started healing. But that's really where my teacher journey began. Although to be honest, I never really felt ready to teach after that teacher training. I opened up my own little studio. I literally cocooned myself in a little studio that I opened up, which was a lovely experience. And then my journey kind of evolved from there. I then started to do the pre and postnatal yoga. I then dived a little bit deeper, started with some energy work, also dabbled a little bit in the yoga therapy, did the Reiki and Dawn and Bryce. And then right at the end, 2016, I started studying the specialized kinesiology at Shift Happens, which really for me was a beautiful way to just package all those tools. And all the retreats that we held together on the houseboats, and have all developed into such a beautiful such beautiful modalities and such beautiful ways of sharing our gifts with everybody, and assisting them and being able to nourish themselves and restore back into balance. So yeah, that was kind of my journey, is kind of our journey still. And that leads me on to the next question, or should I rather say introduction, as the reason why we are actually doing this recording is to introduce ourselves. And the reason why is to also introduce you to our new podcast series. And just as we've done with everything so far, our Nourish and Restore retreats, our yoga classes, allowing us the opportunity to sum up all our beautiful, amazing, and unique talents, and being able to offer these to you, our clients, in an auditory form. In order for it to be mobile, you can take it wherever you go. You don't need a TV, you don't need a screen. All you need is your phone, a yoga mat, a towel will do, grass patch will do. So really being able to take it everywhere with you. So Nina, let our listeners know about the journey, about what kind of a journey we're going to be taking them on with this podcast series.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Nicole. I love your story, and exactly, you summed up so nicely, why it is we wanting to put this podcast together, just to continue nourishing and restoring yourselves. And the journey for this podcast is pretty much set out, in a sense, like a traditional yoga class. We are going to follow a theme each month. So our first session will be a conversation like we're having today, where we'll introduce you to a theme of the month. Then the next part, the following week, will be an actual yoga class in line with the theme. And this month, our theme is obviously introduction, introducing ourselves, introducing the podcast, introducing what we're doing. So this month, our yoga class will all be about kind of introducing yoga. Then our third week is going to be all about breathing. It'll be a short little practice on a particular breathing practice that is linked to our themes month. Our fourth week of the month is going to be a meditation, or what we like to call a yoga nidra, a relaxation, obviously again in line with the themes month. And then should there be a week 5, we are going to have a surprise for you on that day. So that is the journey we'll take you on every month. It'll have the same sequence, but with just a different theme each time.
Sounds super exciting. I'm super excited about it. And I hope all of you are super excited about this too. We look really forward in having you along with us on this journey. There will be more of an introduction of both Nina's journey and my journey, where we are at, where we see ourselves in the future, on our Nourish and Restore website, which we will put into the show notes below. And yes, with that, we want to welcome you with a warm and open heart to our new podcast series. We hope you enjoy it. And yeah, Nina, any other messages you'd like to add in there?
Absolutely, yeah. And we'd absolutely love to connect with you guys. And the best way to do that is via our Facebook page, Nourish and Restore. And you can also check out what we're up to on our website, which is nourishandrestore.yoga. And or you can pop us an email, which you'll be able to find through either of those portals. And I think that's all for now. We look forward to you joining us on our new little journey. We look forward to you being part of our journey and giving us feedback, letting us know what worked for you, what you'd like to hear more about from us, so that we can really navigate the podcast to be more nourishing and restorative and assisting to you, our awesome new listener.
Perfect. Cool. Thanks for that. Thank you, everybody. And with that, coming to an end, wishing you a beautiful day ahead and a beautiful week. Lots of love from both of us. Namaste.
This is Nina
and Nicole, sending you a big thank you for listening to the Nourish and Restore podcast.
This is our podcast for health and wellness workers and learners out there, a resource for you to nourish your body, mind, and soul, and to restore yourself to your natural state of being.
Simple ways to live healthier, happier, and at ease.
For more information on working with me, Nina Saacks, visit www.saacks.com.
And to work with me, Nicole, visit www.lov-me.com.
To find out more about Nourish and Restore, visit our website or Facebook page, nourishandrestore.yoga.
Links will be in the show notes.
We look forward to catching up with you next week.
Namaste and have a nourishing day.